Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we're gonna do another 4K review, in this case the Steelbook for Twisters. Hello again and thanks for tuning in for another review. As I was saying, today we're gonna review this Steelbook for Twisters. But before we start, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you're interested in physical media, especially Blu-ray reviews and also soundtracks on vinyl. You can also find me on Instagram, which has the same handle, Physical Media EU, where I post little pictures of all the items that I review. So let's begin by taking a look at this Twisters Steelbook. So I apologize for the light reflection, so you can see this in more detail on Instagram, as I was saying. So front and back, so here's the spine, and again the cover, which in my opinion looks super nice. There you can see the title of the movie is embossed in the metal, so it's a nice detail. I think looks super nice. Now if we open this, you see both sides together. You see how it's a continued picture where you can see the hurricanes, one on each side. Now this release came with this J card. So this is a Nordic release, and here at the top you can see each of these columns, right, refers to one of the 4 Nordic languages. And besides the synopsis of the movie, it also mentions that this release has action-packed bonus features. We'll talk about that a little later on the video. And as usual, here at the bottom you can see the languages, the subtitles, and so on. Also, we'll go over that in a minute. But moving on with the Steelbook, now if we look at it open, this is the 4K disc, this is the Blu-ray, and if we see the Steelbook without the discs, here we can see the red truck, and here a house that is being destroyed by a hurricane. So in general, I think this is a very good looking Steelbook. Now, in case you don't know the movie, this is the second part of the Twister franchise, maybe that's the right way to say it, because this movie is not connected to the Twister movie from 1996. This is a completely new movie, with the only link maybe that I could find the homage that they did for the original movie, which is having the car of the protagonist also red as in the original movie. And in my opinion, the first movie was much better than this one. But when you check the score, for example, on IMDb, they have the same score. So that was a very surprising thing to me, because this movie, I didn't think it was that good, especially like the first 15-20 minutes. It was like not going well, but then it gets a little better. But what I did enjoy most about the movie was the picture quality, and especially the audio quality. As this release is presented with Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision, the picture looks very good, but it's nowhere close to reference quality, so it looks good for a 4K movie, but nothing spectacular. On the other hand, the Dolby Atmos track, there I think they did a great job here. For example, there are a couple of scenes where the protagonists are inside the tornadoes, right in their cars, and that's a very nice opportunity to use surrounding audio. So I think they did very good use of that. It's something that is also mentioned in one of the bonus features, that they wanted to put emphasis in these kind of things. So I think they succeeded in that. It was actually one of the most enjoyable things of the movie. Another interesting fact about this movie is that it was directed by Lee Isaac Chung, the same director that did Minari Up Here, which is a movie that I loved. So definitely that was also a good reason to watch Twisters. Now moving on to the bonus features. As I said at the beginning, this is a Nordic release, so the movie comes with subtitles in English and the Nordic languages, but the bonus features do not have any subtitles. But if you're comfortable with English, then you're in for a good treat here, because the amount of bonus features that were included in this release is outstanding, especially for being a new movie. I was very surprised to see how many things there were. It has one of those scrolls, right, that goes side to side, and only one item shows per time. So each time I was like moving the slider and seeing that there was something new, I was like each time more surprised. So what is mentioned here is that it has deleted scenes, gag reel, behind the scenes, featurettes, and more. And one of those featurettes that I found very interesting was one that is dedicated to the vehicles they have in the movie. You know, these Storm Chasers teams, they have very special cars. They need to be heavy, not to be so much affected by the wind, and also be able to drive on different kinds of terrain. So many of these vehicles are heavily modified, and this is something that you can notice in the movie like right away. So I think it's very interesting that they put a featurette about this, where they explain a little bit more about the decisions that were made towards those vehicles. And an important thing to mention about the bonus features is that they are also present in the 4K disc. This is not so common to see, as the regular pattern is normally only the movie comes in the 4K disc and the bonus features are together with movie on the Blu-ray disc. In this case, both have the same content, so that's a big benefit. And now to finish the review, I want to mention again that this is a very beautiful Steelbook. I think it's actually the Steelbook is better than what the movie is. I kind of wish that this would have been the design for the original movie Steelbook, but that one, which got a 4K release also recently, a few months before this one, also had a Steelbook but with the original poster. You can see the image up here, which also looks nice, but this one has a twist. Pun, of course, intended. That's all for the review. I hope you liked it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I would love to hear in the comments if you have watched these movies and which one did you like best. Remember also to check out on Instagram for detailed photos of the Steelbook and other releases from the past, and also for previous reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.